After playing a little bit of Mage Knight, I'm now back with Warp's Edge. So I haven't played it for several weeks now. And I think I want to go back to the Artemis Hydra combination. I played against it once, I think it went fairly well. But I want to do the same ship and mothership combination again. To refresh my memory, the Artemis differs from the Achilles in that it has a lot of more shields and hull, but it does not get reset when defeated. It does have the Photon Blast and Overdrive tokens, but the W is the Warp Ahead. It allows you to draw 3 tokens. The signature skill is the Enhance, which allows you to upgrade all your energy or laser tokens in hand. And the Retrofit allows you to activate and use in the same turn one of your skills without paying its cost. So that's very interesting. And the Hydra, in contrast to the Dread, is not protected, so it can be attacked in every single turn, but it can also attack you with all 3 components every single turn. Only the middle component does actual damage, but it does 2 damage, so that's something to take into account. Last time we gunned it down quite quickly. The left section, from our perspective, makes repairing shields ineffective, so you need 1 energy per shield instead of 2. And the right section, from our perspective, means that level 1 enemies require 1 extra laser to destroy or 1 extra maneuver to evade, which makes the initial 4 level 1 enemies tougher. You don't have any incentive to go really deep with the enemy deck unless you want to have or unlock the better results or evade the penalty of the right section. But if you just go for the mothership, of course, not handling the tokens at all, then that's very bad as well. Another difference from Artemis to Achilles is that you have a hold of 2, so this is something we have to keep in mind as well. So let's go. So I prepared the bag, and now we are drawing 2 skill cards to choose one from the first warp. And the choice is between the Perfect Plan and the Explosive Rhythm. So both cards allow me to take tokens directly into my pool instead of the bag. Perfect Plan means whatever I buy goes directly into my pool. Explosive Rhythm means that tokens I get from evasion go directly into your pool. Since Artemis really means upgrading your tokens and also discarding smaller ones from your bag by taking shield damage, I feel like the Explosive Rhythm might be better here. But then again, more energy means more buying, and you should really buy more tokens because of the tokens you leak from your shields. But the Artemis also has Overdrive, and maneuver tokens are still very good, and the maneuver results in general are quite good. So having more energy would also be a plus because it means I can activate Explosive Rhythm more often. Because if I upgrade my level 1 energies to level 2, every single token will just activate it. I think it's already a tough choice, to be honest. Let's go with a maneuver strategy. So we take the Explosive Rhythm and get rid of the Perfect Plan. And the first pilot plans give me pretty much all my maneuver tokens and 2 lasers. This at least will mean that I have a chance to stun everything, so including the middle section and all 4 enemies. This is not a given with the Hydra, because you have, 5 enemies to deal with. And if any one of your tokens is not fit for stunning, then you're already screwed and you might take damage. The enemy arrivals of the first wave are a mercenary, a spider, an intruder, and a scout. So with the setup of the Hydra, this is all level 1 enemies. So you have 4 level 1, 4 level 2, 4 level 3. So these are all we will ever see. And we have to keep in mind, if we do not stun the right section, all these need 1 more laser, 1 more maneuver token to actually evade. Since we do have a lot of maneuver tokens, I'm tempted to just assign them to these 2 ships here and then stun the right section so I can actually kill them or evade them. But that would already mean that I do not have enough tokens left to stun everything else. So this is exactly the problem. An alternative plan would be to assign them all to the right section to try to rush it down. But then I would need 1 more maneuver token, which I currently do not even possess. So I would have to get it from somewhere. For example, from the intruder. This would give me a maneuver token to then finally destroy this section. And I could do that with 2 lasers because I've stunned the right section. But that would mean that I'm getting 3 damage from the other sections here. So I would have to get rid of the laser tokens, which are in my token discard after defeating the ship. But I think that's exactly the essence of Hydra. If you go against Hydra quickly to get rid of these penalties and the lasers, or do you handle the ships but do not progress with Hydra at all? And I did not actually manage the middle section, so I would get even more damage. So I think this is not a good plan. So I think I will take it slow here. Assign 1 token to all the ships and 1 to the middle section, so I don't get any damage, and then we'll see how it progresses. If I assign 2 maneuver tokens here, I can stun the rightmost section later and I will be evaded right away. Which also means that in the next turn, I will have less sections and ships to deal with, but I will not reveal anything else. I will probably stun the middle section with a laser and then decide whether I want to stack a maneuver token here, which sounds interesting if I get access to an overdrive somehow. And the last laser would for example, go here. We should really think about what's left in the bag. So we have the enhance left. We have 2 lasers left, one level 2, one level 1, and all the energy. So we might have a turn where we enhance the energy. That's most likely. Although upgrading a level 1, level 2 laser to 2 and 3 would be 5 more damage. That's unfortunately not enough to destroy the middle section, because gunning that down is actually quite helpful. But we do not know what we draw. We have 6 tokens in the bag. So we might, for example, not draw one of the lasers, then the enhance would go to the energy. Or we do not draw enhance at all. That would screw us over as well. To have a third turn, we need to add 4 tokens to the bag. Evading these 2 will give us a level 1 laser and an energy token. But then we would need to defeat 2 more ships to actually get this third turn. We might be able to do that with lasers, depending on the draw. But getting rid of the whole line in one swoop and not finishing the warp will mean that we have to go against 4 level 2 enemies, which does not sound fun at all. So do we try to gun down the middle section again to get rid of that damage, taking some shield damage? Actually, let's try that. If we assign 2 lasers here, by enhancing the other 2 lasers, so there's a chance that we draw both lasers and the enhance, will give us 5 more damage to gun down the middle section. Unfortunately, we would not have any tokens left to stun the right section, so we can't evade these 2 ships to get more tokens, and we would end the warp anyway. But maybe that's a play. Maybe having in the first warp destroyed the middle section and then go to the second warp without these 2 damage, maybe that's the play here. And if we do not draw both energy or the enhance, we can still destroy something else and end the warp, and at least get us some tokens. That would mean a mercenary deals 1 damage to us, but we do have all tokens assigned, so we would not have to remove anything from the game, and 1 shield damage is nothing too bad actually. We should also keep in mind that we have a skill here with the explosive rhythm, so if we evade these tokens and, for example, enhance the energy instead of the lasers, we could activate that to get the tokens right away and then help with the rest. So I think I like this distribution here. Let's just try that and go with this. So in the pilot actions, we will stun the spider, the intruder, and the scout with maneuver tokens and stun the middle sections with 2 lasers. So in the enemy attacks phase, the mercenary deals 1 shield damage, but we have nothing in our token discard. So all this stays assigned, and we will go to pilot plans. And the pilot plans gives us the enhance and both lasers, so that's nice. So this enables our plan and 2 energy. The plan I had would mean that we use the enhance on the 2 lasers, so we get a level 3 and a level 2 token, and put these 2 tokens back to the offer. Maybe we should swap these 2 so it looks a bit nicer. We could then gun down the middle section, so it's a total of 7 damage, which destroys the middle section. All these tokens go to the discard. We should have put these tokens here, and we are left with 2 energy, and we would get 5 damage. And that's a little bit of a problem, isn't it? I would be willing to take a lot of shield damage to have the middle section destroyed and in the second warp already be not bothered by it, but we do have to survive it. And 5 damage we can't currently survive. We can only heal 1 shield, then we are up to 5. Actually, this then would only deplete our shield. That's interesting. Since the left section is still active, we would only heal 1, but that's irrelevant. And this we could either hold or buy a token. And I think I want to buy a token because I will now lose 5 tokens. This might be complete suicide, to be honest. If I buy a level 1 laser, for example, it would look like this. And now I would have to remove 5 tokens, which probably are the level 1s. Then cannot even upgrade them. And if we also get rid of these, we only have a level 2 energy left in the bag. I think that's not a plan. This would starve us so much for tokens that we are screwed from the second warp onward, although we destroyed the middle section. So let's rewind that. Let's also rewind assigning this damage here. Then rewind the shield and actually rewind the enhance as well. So what else can we do? If we enhance the energy tokens instead, we can activate the explosive rhythm. Actually, do we want that? If we stun the right section now, these 2 would be evaded. We get 2 tokens. And with the energy, we can buy another 2 tokens. This would give us a third turn. Unfortunately, we only have 2 tokens to stun things. So we would again get at least 3 damage if we stun these 2. And that just doesn't cut it. So I think we instead go for the explosive rhythm to get these tokens from the evasion. So it's the laser and energy. And then see what else we can do and ending the run, or at least not the run, but the warp, the first warp. I think we have to do that. We have to grow our pool first before we can realistically kill anything from the mothership. So realistically, we have to use the explosive rhythm to get enough tokens. And I want to activate it with a single token and have 2 more energy available for example, buying something else to further grow the bag. So I think I want to use the enhance for the energy, which gives us access to 2 energy tokens, 1 for the explosive rhythm then we would stun the rightmost section of the mothership, so the ability is not available, which immediately evades the scout and the intruder. The scout gives us a level 1 energy token, so there's this. This goes to the discard, and the intruder would be evaded as well, which gives us a level 1 laser token. Because of the explosive rhythm, we have available right away. So this is also discarded. And now we have 2 tokens to stun things and only 3 targets. That's good. Also, since the right section is currently stunned, we can kill the mercenary or the spider actually. But I think I want to stun the middle section to not get the 2 damage. So that's taken care of. And this means we have to kill the mercenary. This gives us 1 level 1 energy token. So we also get this token back. And this goes to the discard. We then have 4 energy at our disposal to stock up for the next warp. And the warp will end here. What to buy with 4 energy? I feel like we should work on evasion because of the explosive rhythm. So an overdrive token sounds really good. We could also buy 2 maneuver tokens, but I think an overdrive and a level 1 laser is probably better. We have lots of energy tokens already, so I'm paying these 4 energy. Well, I could also use my hold, but I don't think so. I think I want to grow my bag. So this is 4 energy in total, so I can go shopping. And I will buy this overdrive and a level 1 laser. So this is the pilot actions. We stunned these 2 sections of the mothership, but we did not stun the spider, so we get another shield damage and have to remove 1 token from the game. And I think I will remove energy again because we already took some energy rewards. So let's move that here so I do not accidentally put it back into the bag. These tokens are then accumulated and we come to the pilot plans. But as planned, we do not have enough tokens, so the warp ends at this point. This was discarded after using it. Alright, so that's the first warp. We have grown our bag a bit, but haven't achieved much more. Let's see if this is enough. We did pick up an overdrive, we did pick up 2 level 1 lasers, and we did improve our energy situation by adding another tool token and upgrading 1. So I think that's fair enough. The 4 enemies are shuffled, but then again they will all be drawn anyway, and I'm not sure if the order matters. Well, it might because of the overdrive. So let's shuffle this and place it on top. We increase the warp counter, and then look what skill we get. And the choice is between home away from home and the split laser. That's an interesting choice as always, but I feel like I do not have much use for refreshing the explosive rhythm. I don't think I have that much maneuvering that is warrants taking this. And the split laser against the Hydra itself is not that useful, but it does count as 1 laser against all the enemies. So this can be quite useful. So I think I will go with the split laser here. Which brings us to the first pilot plans. And I do draw 2 level 2 energy, 2 level 1 lasers and 1 maneuver token. And that's a situation where, well, we only have 3 tokens to stun and we will have 5 targets. So this is not looking good. The enemy rivals are not that surprising, I guess. It's the mercenary, then the spider, then the scout, and finally the intruder. The problem with these level 1 enemies really is that none of these make me draw. Enemies that make you draw can be good, can be bad, but in this particular scenario I think drawing would be really good. All the enemies have at least 2 hull, and with the rightmost section not being stunned, they have 3 or 4 hull, so the split laser doesn't do anything for me. If I activate that, it will just vanish. So I would have to do this in a later turn. I think it's quite obvious that I do have to stun the middle section and the intruder, at least, and then use the last laser to stun something else, and then I can use these tokens to, well, heal and buy. Or do I still want to chance it and just go for more tokens? It might actually be an option here. I will want to assign the maneuver token to one of these, so I can just defeat them whenever I stun the right section. I also just realized that against the Hydra, which is not protected, the split laser will actually affect the Hydra as well. It will not stun it, so it's almost pointless, but it will count for the middle section as well. So we have to stun the middle section to avoid the damage, and we should put the laser to a token that does not have 3 hull, so either the scout or the mercenary. But the scout can be outmaneuvered later, so evaded, so let's put the laser to the mercenary. I think we should buy another overdrive, since evasion is king here. Or we go with a warp ahead, but all of these cost 3, so that's a bit sad. But I think I will just chance it, go with an overdrive and buy a level 1 laser in addition to that. So I'm paying these. That's actually a bad idea because then I will lose these tokens due to the shield damage. I probably have to hold on to these 2 tokens to take the shield damage when I do not have anything in my token discard. Maybe that's the play here. So the pilot actions would mean I fire the middle section to stun it, I fire the mercenary to stun it, I'm outmaneuvering the intruder to stun it. So let's resolve all this. And then I will get 2 damage from the spider and the scout, which does not remove any tokens. I think that's That's good. This brings us to our second turn and the pilot planning. So we have drawn again 2 energy tokens and only 3 tokens to evade stuff, but we do have the overdrive now that can evade 2 adjacent enemies or counts as a maneuver against 2 adjacent enemies. And we do have the explosive rhythm so that we can get more tokens by evading stuff, which is really interesting. For example, I could use the overdrive here. So this would already be at the limit. And if I assign this here, this would also be evaded. So if I then stun the rightmost section and activate the explosive rhythm, I would get all these nice tokens. So level 2 laser, 1 energy, and another level 1 energy to play with right away. And we already have 5 tokens in the bag, so we will have more turns. I think this is actually looking quite good. We also must remember that we have these energy tokens from our hold of 2. That's really good. I think that's a solid plan. Let's do that. So we assign the overdrive here and the maneuver here, but they all need 1 more maneuver, so they are not evaded yet. We unfortunately have to assign a level 2 laser to the rightmost section. There's no way around it unless we stun this with the maneuver token. But we do not get another maneuver token, so this would mean a spider has to be gunned down. I think that's not, let's play inefficient in quotes and assign the level 2 laser to the right section. This immediately evades the intruder for a level 1 laser token. The overdrive immediately evades the scout, so this I cannot reassign, and I will get a level 1 energy. And this will together also evade the spider, and I immediately get a level 2 laser token. Very nice. I can't evade anything more, and since I activated it, this will go to the discard. And the explosive rhythm is then used up. Unfortunately, this means that if I want to stun the middle section, I have to assign this there. But I think that's okay, since I do need more lasers. Well, maybe I can gun down the middle section this game. So I am assigned it here, so I do not get these 2 damage. And I have a total of 6 energy. Unless I want to take hull damage now, well, actually I could do that. Because recharging shield would now be inefficient, and the hull damage would mean I do not lose any token. And I have to use my hull wisely. So just blindly recharging inefficiently when I can do something better with this, I think it's not advisable. So I have 6 tokens in the bag. That's a new turn with 1 left in the bag. I'm adding tokens now. If I'm adding a warp ahead, I might be able to draw the rest and then end the warp. I think that might be the play here. But if I want to gun down the middle section, I need 4 more damage. And I do still have the enhance left, and I should have lasers left. So this might already do it. I think I want at least 1 warp ahead, so I'm not screwed with the first line where I cannot draw. So if I draw that in my first turn or even take it in the hole to the next warp, the first turn will go much smoother. So I think I will pay 3 energy to do that. This goes into the bag. And I did want to buy another overdrive, which I didn't get to yet. And I do have to survive another turn. And this can stun 2 enemies. But so can the photon blast actually. And the photon blast might help me with the middle section, stunning the left section so I can actually recharge my shield. So I think I'm buying a photon blast, not a level 3 laser, but a photon blast instead. So let's put that into the bag. And that's it with the pilot plans. So we have stunned these 2 sections. Let's move this here. We did not stun the mercenary, so we get another damage, which then, it actually depletes our shield. That's good, actually, so we keep the hull, but we do have to remove 1 token. But I think I will just get rid of another level 1 energy. I'm okay with that, I think, because we get so many tokens from the level 1 enemies anyway. So these were the enemy attacks. Now go to planet planning. So we did draw the warp head, which is really nice, so the strategy worked. We do have lasers, and specifically a lot of level 1 lasers, so maybe split laser will be good. And we do have 1 maneuver token. The enemy arrivals are a flame, which gives us access to photon blast and warp ahead. Very interesting, but 3 damage, so we have to stun it. Then there's a marauder, which can let us draw 2 damage, but the evade result would also be quite interesting, 2 tokens. And the juggernaut, which gives us access to the overdrive or a level 2 laser, but it cannot be stunned. No, it cannot even be attacked by value 1 lasers. And this ability cannot be stunned away. Okay, so the enemies just got a lot stronger. Let's see. I will play the warp ahead right away, which makes me draw exactly the content of the bag, which is the enhance, the photon blast, and another level 1 laser token. So this is far too perfect to pass on this opportunity to enhance the lasers. So all these 4 level 1 tokens will be upgraded to level 2. This feels really good. I will then certainly assign 2 tokens to the middle section to just destroy it. That would be the plan. Let's put it here. but not executed yet. And I can easily stun all the rest because I have the Photon Blast and 3 other tokens. That's technically enough to stun 5 enemies. I should think about using a Photon Blast here to also stun the rightmost section. So all these get easier to destroy. Well, actually, it's only the mercenary, so I'm not sure if it's worthwhile here. I think it's not. Well, unless I'm using the split laser here. But using this for a split laser would mean it's inefficient. And having one laser on the middle section doesn't do anything for me because it's already at 3 damage. So it would be at 4 and I need 3 and there's no odd amounts of damage I can muster. So I think I might use this firepower somewhere else. I can't evade anything, so that's pointless. So I could even just evade this token or outmaneuver this token here. Well, maybe I don't even block it at all and just get 1 hull damage. So what can I destroy? So that's 6 damage, so I can destroy pretty much everything. The Marauder doesn't make any sense, so it's either a Photon Blast or an Overdrive. And I think now I want to go for the Overdrive. So I would stun these 2, and these are not level 1 or value 1 lasers, so I can assign them. This would destroy the Juggernaut, and I can maneuver against the Flame. That would mean I just take 1 damage. And I think for the second warp, that's good progress. I think I want to do it like this. So I'm assigning 2 lasers here, which brings the damage total up to 7. So the section is destroyed. That's really nice. So these tokens all are discarded. Then I will maneuver against the Flame. I will Photon Blast the Marauder and the Juggernaut and add 2 level 2 lasers to bring it up to 6. These are not level 1 enemies, so the right power doesn't do anything. So this stays here. I cannot reassign it. The Juggernaut is defeated and I get my second Overdrive. So after the Pilot Plans, the Marauder is stunned and the Flame is stunned, but the Mercenary does do 1 damage and this time it's really hull damage. But I'm okay with that. I have not used the split laser, but I don't think it was worthwhile in this warp. The Pilot Plans will then just draw the Overdrive, so this warp is done. So we did a really nice enhance on the lasers, so we have lots of tokens, lots of level 2, that's really good. We do have 2 Overdrives for our starting maneuver tokens. We have the warp ahead and the enhance still, and the energy is okay. So maybe the next enhance should go really to the energy. So we refresh our skills and shuffle the enemies. Now we have a chance to actually see the Marauder or the Flame or the Juggernaut right away, which is not that bad, I think, because these give me access to better stuff. And we did defeat the middle section, which is insanely good. So this was the end of Warp 2, and we have another skill choice between the Adaptive Nanofiber or the Asteroid Run. The Asteroid Run is pretty much a warp ahead for 1 energy. I do like this for this combination of ship and mothership. And the Adaptive Nanofiber would remove 3 tokens from the game to absorb 1 damage. I think I like the Asteroid Run far too much. So let's take that, give the bag a good shuffle, and draw the initial hand from Pilot Planning. Oh my god. Okay, so I've drawn 2 Overdrive and 2 Maneuver and 1 Laser. The good news is that I can now stun everything and the middle section is not even a problem anymore. But I do not have the energy to activate the Explosive Rhythm or anything for that matter. Well, I could activate the split lasers. But maybe that's the time to actually defeat the rightmost section. The enemy rivals are the Juggernaut right away, an Intruder, a Spider, and a Marauder. So to actually win this run, we do have to defeat the rightmost section and only the left section, only in quotes, because we do need 6 energy, which we do not currently have. But the whole 2 comes into play here, where we can keep energy tokens until we have the enhance, and then maybe we can just destroy it. So we have to stall the enemies until we can defeat these 2 sections. But I do have to think what tokens to take. I was about to argue that I should evade this to get a level 2 laser, but lasers do not do anything for me for these 2 sections. So the lasers will just work on the enemies now. But for the mothership, I actually have to work on maneuvering and energy. None of the targets do give me energy. Unfortunately, I do not even have a single energy to power the Asteroid Run right away. So I think I have to prepare and then just evade everything in a single turn when stunning the right section. So maybe that's the play here. This will not be evaded because it's a level 1 enemy and the others don't have enough anyway. But I have to think about the rightmost section, how I want to destroy it, because I only have 1 maneuver token left in the bag. So I have to start stacking. But then again, it's not that important to destroy it right now because I do have level 2 enemies here. So maybe I shouldn't be too concerned about that. Maybe the play here would be to work on the Spider to get a level 2 laser and work on the Marauder to get a maneuver token and a laser. But it gives me a lot of laser tokens only. But that would mean I can work on the Intruder to get the maneuver token, then use a maneuver token here to just stall it. And I'm actually not sure if I should even use this or just put it in hold. But that the same can be said for the overdrive token actually. Because I have destroyed the middle section, so this will stun everything. And I'm just fine for the first turn. I like that a lot. So let's do that. So I'm outmaneuvering the Juggernaut, stunning the Intruder with lasers, and using the overdrive against the Spider and the Marauder, so they are both stunned. I'm keeping these 2 tokens in my hold, and we are back to Pilot Plans. So we have drawn a lot of firepower, which is good, I think, and 2 energy. Let's move these 2 tokens out of the hold. We might want to hold on to the energy for later to defeat the left section. I am tempted to use the Photon Blast here. That would actually defeat the Intruder even with the rightmost section not being stunned. And it would be 2 damage against the Juggernaut, and 2 more damage would then give me the Overdrive, the last one, which is good to have. And this is all legal because these are not level 1 or value 1 lasers. I could think about starting to stack the rightmost section as well, because I had just added an overdrive, and I will get another maneuver token. That would be enough actually. I do need to stun the Marauder, but I do have a laser left, and I can take something into my hold. And I will get another maneuver token from destroying this. That's really good. The only question is, do I actually want to assign this right now? Well, I do have to play 1 more token, because I only have a hold of 2. And if I put that here, I will not only defeat the Intruder, actually this will stay, because I do not want to reveal too many hard enemies. But even if I replace the whole row, I will still be in level 2. So I could even keep the laser, maybe for a split laser, then assign the overdrive here to stun them both and don't get any damage, and then stun this section as well, which will destroy or evade the Spider. So I'm getting rid of these 3 enemies, but I won't get any damage. Let's just do that. I think it sounds plausible that this might be the play here. So I'm using the Photon Blast and 2 level 2 lasers to get 6 attack against the Juggernaut. This is all legal, and I will destroy the Juggernaut. I will get the last overdrive on this. So I put this into the bag. These are then discarded, and the Photon Blast is locked in against the Intruder. But actually, since, well, even without stunning the right section, this is already enough damage. But with assigning this here and stunning the section, it's definitely destroyed. So I get another maneuver token in the bag. And then we have the overdrive with the stun section. The 2 maneuver is enough from these 2 overdrives. So this goes here. And I do get a level 2 laser. I could have used the 2 energy, but I think I want to hold on to this until I have the enhance and then try to just defeat the Hydra. So this will go here, and it's now at 2 maneuver out of 3. And that's the enemy attacks. So nothing gets through. This is moved here. Back to Pilot Plans. I draw a lot of lasers, an overdrive and 1 maneuver. And I still have the two tokens from my hold. The enemy rivals are the Flame that we have already seen, then the Mercenary and the Scout. I think we are now back to the cards we actually have revealed yet. So there will be 1 more level 2 enemy that I don't know about yet. So we can't defeat the rightmost section yet. And we could actually evade the Marauder to get another maneuver token. So this will pay for itself, so we can still destroy the right section. But we should probably do that with an overdrive. I can then accumulate this here and also evade this if I want to, or I could leave it and take that to the hold. Since we haven't seen the enhance yet, this is probably what I want to put in the hold, which means that I could destroy the Flame, but I'm not sure I want to. We really do not have enough energy to activate all that stuff. It's all still in the bag, but I'm not sure I want to have these tokens right away. So we have 8 tokens left in the bag, so this is a lot of turns still. Adding just 2 tokens is not a problem, so we'll have 2 more turns. And once I draw energy, I can use the Asteroid Run to draw even more tokens. So 5 plus 3 from Asteroid Run, and I do still have the Warp ahead. So, okay, so I might have 1 glorious turn instead of 2 more. And maybe that's actually enough to win against the Hydra. We will see. So I'm tempted to get the Photon Blast here, because this will stun 2 enemies of those that I reveal later. I could assign the laser here, and if I do not want to take any, well, I wouldn't take any damage. I was thinking about using the maneuver token now to disable the ability and then to evade the Scout right away, but it's already evaded or stunned this turn because of the overdrive. So I wouldn't actually draw that many new cards. Well, I would draw 2 new cards. I think that's fair enough. So let's just play it like this. I think that's okay. So the overdrive would mean that's the 3rd maneuver token, and we evade the Marauder. So we get a level 2 laser and a level 1 maneuver token. This overdrive goes here. These are discarded. Then we would blast the Flame out of the sky with 6 lasers, which gives us a Photon Blast. And the Scout is stunned by overdrive. The Mercenary is stunned by laser fire. And it's not evaded because we did not stun the rightmost section. These are the enemy attacks, so we go back to the Pilot Plans. And we have drawn energy, finally. We do have the enhance, we have the level 2 laser and the warp ahead. So this is stuff from our hold. Let's see at what the enemy arrivals are. It's a ghost that it actually allows me to recharge my shield. That's very interesting. And then Relentless from the level 3 deck, which also allows me to recharge shield and gives me access to the enhance token. But I will now use warp ahead to draw more tokens, which is a photon blast and 2 level 2 lasers, unfortunately. So I have 3 tokens left in the bag. I should know what they are, and I think I want to draw them now, so we have a stab at the mothership. I hope these are 2 maneuver tokens, or did I miscalculate here? Will be unfortunate, but let's see. I'm not able to invert it backwards, and I will not look at the bag, which is not allowed anyway. So before using enhance, I think I will draw, but if I do not get another energy token, the enhance will not allow me to defeat the leftmost section. Well, it does actually. If I just upgrade them, well, okay. So this settles it. I'm drawing the rest of the bag. So I'm charging Asteroid Run and using it right away. And now drawing the rest of my bag, which are 2 maneuver tokens and an energy. So that's so perfect. So then we assign these 3 maneuver tokens to the rightmost section and it's immediately destroyed. And then we can assign these energy tokens without even upgrading them to the leftmost section. It's immediately destroyed and we have destroyed the Hydra at the end of Warp 3. That went really well. Too well, to be honest. I don't think I made any mistakes. Please let me know. But I think that settles the combination. I'm really feeling confident in my knowledge of the game now. Thanks for watching and see you in the next game.